Get it? Meet those. Go shake your head. I do it too. I jam to a beat that's not there.
It's because I'm
Right.
imagining it.
Right.
What
Right.
is up, beautiful people? It's Wolfbrother Ethos, and this is Wolfbrother Hobbies. Welcome to tonight's show. And of course, as always, here's my amazing guest,
Robert from the Miniatures Paintbrush. Always honored to
the
be here. Hello, friends.
the TMP. Um, Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor. Good evening. Figured I'd jump in as early as
Hey,
possible. My
nice.
my brother Dazrock says, "Oi there." We've got. Well, I don't even know what we're going for. So
Ahoy.
oh man, we have a boo already.
What? I'm logging in onto my phone so I can see the chat. Whoop.
Gamesburger, good to see you. What up,
How's it
all?
going, Gainsburg?
Man, it's not well, okay, not too much and not enough at the same time. Because when we talk about hobby progress, I've got a big, fat lot of nothing. Kalendir, good to see you. Oh no, boo was oh boo as in scare, not a boo. Okay. Ah, oh, so scary. I hope you're all doing well tonight, guys. I am so glad to be here. Do you ever have one of those days that's been going on for like 5 weeks?
Oh, the 5 week day. Yeah. Yeah.
That's oh my gosh, that's
Never ends.
whew. I'm like, I need some decompressed time after. We're actually a little bit late because I ended up working a bit late tonight, and it's just been a lot. It's just like every day there are new problems at one of the sites, and it's just I can feel it right here. Like literally, I can read the email and just feel like all the tissue at the front of my skull go just tighten up at the front. Like,
Well, I'll tell you this much. It would take one bad arse individual to handle all the crud you deal with in a day. And there's only one person in this world that can actually do an awesome job at it. That's why you are where you are. So you're just a good leader, buddy.
thank you, my brother. Darklight Dreamer, my amazing brother, who I'm gonna get to go hang out with in the morning, says putting in that
I'm
work.
jealous. Jealous.
So, how are you all? What have you all been up to? A very little hobby news from me, so I'm gonna kick it off to Rob. See what you got for a poke job, baby.
Alrighty, so we're gonna start off with some hobby progress for me. Now, what I had done is deal with issues. So I mean, that very similar in the theme, right? So my airbrush, my Wata, nice CS, solid, stable, great for base coating, great for doing fine work too, switching back and forth, not too big, not too small, just perfect so it doesn't clog, get that much dry tip, although you can't avoid dry tip. Um, yeah, a seal had broken on that thing. And it's just blowing air every time I turn it on. And I can adjust the amount of paint that goes through it. But if you leave the motor of an air compressor to keep running, the hot of the engine and the cold of the air that's compressed will cause condensation. And the condensation has nowhere else to go but the one leak of air that it's going out of. And that is in your airbrush. So that's why the water that's stuck in there, condensation, goes through the hose and splatters all over everything, rooting just everything. So it's really, really important to keep those compressors
Have you
dry
tried
as much as
one of those moisture traps that connects between the hose and your brush?
yeah. For I have one of those, and I use it as a warning system. If I see any water in there, it's time for me to dump that air tank. I'll take a paper towel, I'll screw it up, I'll throw it up in there to draw some of the humidity out, some of the wetness out. Just get as much out of there as possible, because I never want to work on something that I've been working on 100, 200 hours for a convention or something like that. and then at the last minute, like terrible,
That's
like
splatter.
no, that would be awful. So yeah. So always keep it dry. That's
Yeah,
one thing.
yeah.
But
So, ladies and gentlemen, the answer to the question: can it be too wet?
Lily says something. I did not say those words. I am free and clear of this. This is not my influence
I was
anymore. I
specifically
don't always want to
talking.
be a bad influence.
I was specifically talking about moisture in the hose, of course.
Of course. Oh, that's even worse. How could you make it worse? I don't have no idea. You are talented, sir.
That
You
one,
are talented.
that one wasn't even on purpose.
You're very punny. All right. So what happened to my airbrush right there? I think there's a rubber seal that's supposed to seal the air, so this way it'll only come out when I depress the trigger for the airbrush, and that's the problem. Now, not a big problem for me because I have other airbrushes. I went back to my Renegade, and I quickly understood why I do not no longer use the Badger Renegade Chrome. Also a tank based on the 704, I think it is, or 407 Patriot airbrush, which is their well-known airbrush that you could put gravel through that thing and it'll just spray all day, right? But I also had that one.
Me. For some reason, I can't.
So all I have left is a Sotar 2020 from Badger, which is for detail work, and my Harder and Steinbeck, which is also for detail work. Like, it's amazing for putting blush on the face of a miniature. That's how small that needle is. And you have any idea how quickly dry tip develops on that thing.
Oh, I bet.
You get, that's it. There you go. That's all you got. One cheek, one blush for each cheek. Good. Maybe eyeshadow in the eye. That's how detailed you can get with that thing. So I don't have anything to base coat, that's the thing. So I'm sending my Iwata in for repair. So to solutionize. So in the meantime, relearning how to use that Renegade Chrome, relearning how to use, because that gets finicky. Like, that likes to plug up too, right in the middle of something. Say you're base coating 10 blood claws. You're at the 10th one. It just stops working. Like, everything's clogged. And now you have to take out the needle. You have to take out the thing. I'm like,
oh man, I've been there.
Just one more, But yeah, I've been dealing with those issues. And as far as the studio is concerned, I have lights so I can start recording. It's amazing how much light you really need to have record painting. Like, you have to eliminate all shadows. And that I'm using 300 watts of light, and it's still not enough. So it's like, okay. So I ordered 2 lights. The last 2 lights that I ordered, the battery was draining on them faster than they were charging. I said, I can't have that. I'm under the lights all for like 8-hour stretches. Easy, right? So if the light's shutting off on me while I'm recording video, bueno. So I got that lighting situation take up. Another hobby progress is to develop this room a little more. Here is a painting my wife painted, a self-portrait of herself. She's an amazing artist, and I would love for her to do some murals or some stuff, and we can collaborate and create some, maybe a Night Titan or something like that, or a really cool banner.
Guys, to me, that picture, as the realism is so good. I first saw it just before the show. We were on a call. He got up, and so he wasn't there in front of the picture. I thought for some reason he had security camera footage like up in the corner of his call, and I was like, how is he doing that, and why is he doing that?
Yeah, the why.
Yeah, there's the how, and then, but why would someone do that?
Well, I also have a chainsaw, so I mean, you're chainsaw.
It's like, I've got my security camera, and then while I'm watching my security, I got the chainsaw because I'm ready.
So for hobby progress, just getting shy of 9 blood claws base coated without any highlighting or anything. So very, very at an infancy stage, just prepping everything. And the reason why I've had very limited time to be able to is because I'm prepping for the new school year. I'm a teacher I teach Spanish for middle school. And I do it in a rough neighborhood because I want to help the community. And I love my job. I love what I do. But gearing up for the year, a lot of teachers cry a little before the start. It's true. They need some therapy. They go for like massages, like they're gearing up. They know it is one heck of a. So there's just so much. If you want to do it right, if you want to do it right, it's such a demand. There's all these things, all these factors going on. Setting up the studios, it's starting to go piece together a little bit by bit, so I can feel comfortable in my environment, so I can sit down 16 hours and just bang. Like I gotta get comfortable. I gotta get into it. Once a motor's running, it's good. So not too much. I think I sent a picture on our shared group chat about just and you don't have to show it. Just some the painted ones, and I think that's emerald blue. I believe that's the darker one. Emerald? Oh, Emerald, or
Emerald.
is it
Emerald?
Emerald? Okay, Emerald. Okay, yeah, that's the one.
I'm gonna hold it
so
up
that's
to
all
the
I've
camera
touched.
so no one can read it. There we go.
Yeah, they have a new bottle. Before this army's over, I think I might have to buy a new bottle.
Okay. So in anticipation for this project, so
Oh, no way.
I said, so basically I watched a bunch of Rob's videos and stole his recipe because I liked his blue, right? And so of course I bought the 2 bottles and the one bottle of the extreme highlight color.
Yes.
And then I was like, well, I've got an army box and a combat patrol, and who knows what I'll add to this in the future. So I bought 2 more of each color except the extreme highlight. So I've got 3 of the Amarth blue.
Yeah.
And 3 of.
And you don't need another extreme highlight because you're only doing so little with it.
Exactly.
But it makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
It makes it like it's glowing, in my opinion.
Extreme Highlight by L'Oreal. This is scale 75, and this is their fantasy and games range. So it's Amarth blue that we're using for the base layer. We're doing the first highlight as the Hero blue, also from fantasy and games, scale 75.
Yep.
And then our extreme highlight color is blue number 1 by War Colors.
It's a funny story how I came up with those colors, actually. I mean, I think it was funny. So I was looking and I ran out of the powdered blue that I was using from Minotaur. And that was my first recipe. And it served me right, for a long, long time. And then I switched recipes to this one. And the reason why that here I am staring in front of a rack of paint, right? I'm at home and I say, there has to be a better blue. And I'm like, oh, well, there's a Sotek green. I love Sotek green. It's creamy. It's rich. I love adding that. I love to add that. It's a rich green blue and it's very, very tropical. Whole things would have tone. So I can have contrast.
Right.
So I'm just staring at this, and I bump into one of my racks, and the other rack fell. Just 2 paints fell side by side, and it was those 2. And I said, "This is destiny," because I believe in destiny. I'm looking down there. Destiny's a great person. I believe in her. You got it, kid. In any case. It was divine intervention. I looked down and was like, there's the darker, there's the lighter. I need a third color to be a triad, right? And I happened to look down, and straight across from me is that blue number 1 from War Colors. Like, you know what? Probably use a different, like a sky blue or something like that. But I bought all the War Colors series because they were gel-based mediums. So they're exactly as scale 75. So you can integrate them. So I just happened to look aside and I saw the tertiary color right. So two things hit me on the head, and the other one was right there when I bent down to pick it up. That's how I chose the colors for the space.
Now,
Interesting.
I love that variation on the traditional Space Wolf colors so much. I stole and adopted it. So,
Mm.
in fact, it's a legal adoption. You'll be getting papers from my lawyer this week. They'll be taking my last name. So, we got a bunch of comments here. First of all, welcome Go For It Painting and welcome Gamers with Coffee, Ashley and Greg.
Welcome.
Going back up. So we asked for people's hobby progress, what they've got for a poke chop.
Let's see.
Friendly Neighbor Inquisitor says, finished up painting my Exalted Sorcerer earlier. Now I got a dry brush white on my scarabs so I can start them. Is that scarabs as in the scarab occults? The Terminators for 1,000 Suns? Or is it scarabs as in Necrons?
No, definitely.
I imagine
that would be
1,000 Suns
interesting.
Project. Well, he does also have Necrons.
Yeah, because
Necrons, 1,000 Suns,
mm-hmm.
Voton, Space Marines.
Do we all have like multiple?
That's a good question.
We're part of the multiple army crew.
Let us know in the comments who's got multiple armies and who's got just one that they focus on. Darklight Dreamer says, Work, Girlfriend, and Wuthering Waves, which is a great online game or mobile game if you prefer to do it on mobile. And that one's really cool. It's kind of similar to like the Honkai series, but like, a little more updated artwork and some really great music. So that one's cool. He says, that's pretty much my whole existence right now. Caught up on the main story quests and character progression, exploration quests. So I'm just collecting as much as I can on the world map. Getting those gems, baby. Because gems is how you buy stuff in that game.
Yeah. It's farming.
Caleb Beer, only
farming gems.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I'd like to farm some gems. Make some money.
That easy.
Only hobby progress I've got is effing up priming my blood claws, and isopropyl alcohol is doing jack. So I'll get some smart strip tomorrow, I think. Man, I hope that helps for you. I didn't mention it last week because I was still feeling the shame, but I had a bit of a priming accident that isn't showing up a lot now on primer, but I'm sure once I get to painting it will show up a lot more. So you can kind of see a little discoloration of like where a shade is a little blacker than the rest of that here. And what had happened was,
what happened
is I got, I have a few minor gaps from putting together this, or my rescue of this poorly constructed miniature. And anyways, so I was noticing that there's a couple of spots where you can like see kind of the inside, and I didn't want you to be able to see just gray plastic on the inside if you happen to catch the wrong angle. So I got this brilliant idea where I said, I'm going to take my rattle primer and just spray the inside of that, which mostly worked, but like you got to kind of go around because like the spray doesn't go in and expand the way you want it to, right? And so what I ended up, my accuracy was good for the most part, but then on this one lip along the side here, I had I missed the hole and built up just a big spray of paint along the lip, which was going to leave some texture. So while it was still wet, I took a toothbrush and got off the part that was starting to build up, which was great. It came off super easily because I got to it fast. But then there was the part that was already primed and had started to bond to the plastic. And then there was the part where I wiped it away and it was down to the bare plastic. So now you've got like a dip where it's the flat plastic, and then on both sides is where there's already a primer layer that's already started bonding. And so when I primed on top of that, there's like a dip of, where it's like solid primer, dip primer, solid primer, And so anyways, it's not a big deal now.
Is that from the ambush where there were two cliffs and someone threw over a heavy rock and indented
Yes,
it?
yes,
Sounds like a
exactly.
story.
Yeah,
Sounds like
yeah.
a story.
I'm probably going to add some chipping and battle damage there once
That's
the paint job
awesome.
starts to reveal that crack. But yeah, and I think
There
the
are no
turret's
mistakes.
honestly wide enough. It's going to cover up the majority of that mistake anyways. But I also had a priming mistake.
There
Uh,
are no mistakes. You're just gonna make it glorious.
a
It's just
priming
opportunities.
happy accident, a priming opportunity.
Just another challenge.
Gamesburger, I have my blood claws mostly done and actually painted up. Almost finished up a Black Templar Crusader squad that I had partially done for a long time. Nice. You can go over to the Gamesburger channel and check out. He did a YouTube short recently where he's showing off his nearly completed blood claws, and they are looking good. So everybody,
Nice.
go show him some love,
I gotta check
support,
that out.
drop him a subscribe. I think I've already done this joke, but I'm gonna read it again. The Extreme Highlight by L'Oreal, because you're worth it. Scale 75 is such an odd brand for me. The paint is either amazing or unable for me to use. I find that when I airbrush them, they work perfectly every time, but I can only seem to like brush on their metallics. Like their metallics are beautiful. I love their metal and alchemy metallics, but they're like their matte paints. I have trouble actually brushing them and making them look smooth. Um,
Here's a tip.
okay,
Two things. That paint with the gel medium is really, really good. They really shine at glazing.
okay,
They're a glazing paint usually. They're
okay.
not usually a base color. That's why it's always hard to work with. And whenever I use it as a base, it has to be airbrush because there's no way you can get the brushwork. It separates, it clumps, it does a whole bunch of things. What it's also really, really good at is wet blending. And when I say wet blending, I'm not talking about wet palette, taking colors and start between, which is something you do with paint, smooth transition. But what I'm talking here is you have one layer of glob of paint, you have another glob of paint you put on the miniature itself, and then you work in between. The end. Then here's the bad thing. Once you do that once, stop touching it. It is so hard to stop because you keep messing with it. You'll blend the colors and it'll all become one. Those two colors in between because you mix the whole thing. Like you got to just mix the middle and walk away. Walk away. Let it dry.
That's a really good tip. You were talking
Oh yeah,
about
I've been working with all these materials for so darn long. It's like I've made so many mistakes. Don't make the mistakes I made. That's the only reason I have any wisdom.
X Gear Commander. Happy freaking Friday. Happy freaking Friday, you too, brother.
That's here.
Uh, you were talking about, oh, so Friendly Neighbor Quizzer says, Sotek Green is fire. I wish I had a use for it. It is a really good color.
Oh man, I use it whenever I'm close to teal, but I don't want to be teal. Like I would. Oh, it would be so nice. I do a Stormcast Eternal Army. I forgot the faction, but they're like a teal color, and they're just murder hobos. That's what they are. They just kill everything. They lost their own individual.
He's got an entire series of painting that, I keep wanting to say
Yeah.
chapter. It's, what are they called?
Yeah, it is like a chapter. I don't know. It's what is it? Oh,
Tamer?
open the what gate? The I forgot what it was. Round gate? No. It's some kind of like chamber. It's a new chamber. That's what it is. Because they have different chambers in which they open. They open up the extremist chamber, which was the wizards that they completely did away with, which I have like a Christmas box waiting of those guys, plus the the night haunt. I bought a lot of those guys, and they're invalid. Anyway, not salty at all.
But yeah,
But anyway,
he's got a whole
so technically,
series on that, and you can see how he paints those over on the miniatures paintbrush, and maybe it might even give you an idea for something in whatever you're painting.
any kind of jungle scene, good, nice, creamy, smooth,
I think Zotek would make some pretty cool
extreme.
looking Space Marines too. Space Marines.
Yeah. the colors I love from Citadel, the reds, and I love the teals, and I love the greens. Like they go on so rich, especially if you're using the base color. Coverage is just, I mean,
You were
butter.
talking about how rich and creamy Sotek Green is. Darklight Dreamer says,
Um, yeah,
creamy, rich.
and
Man, I kind of
delicious.
want dessert now.
Oh yeah, creamy and delicious. You
Hey,
want that ice cream?
I will get you some dessert in the morning. So keep
Oh,
keep that taste of Sotek Green on your mouth.
nice. Welcome to the Nightcaller Just Jockey. Next up is Sotek Green.
No, seeing Gamers with Coffee in the chat reminds me I have ordered.
Hey,
I'm running low on coffees, so it's that time for a refill, and I've ordered.
nice.
And because like I mentioned earlier, I've been having one of those days at work for about 5 weeks now, so I decided to go ahead and order what's it called? I think it's Caffeine Max over at Gamers with Coffee. Coffee. By the way, if you didn't know, you could go over to the Gamers with Coffee YouTube channel, and the Gamers with Coffee have their own coffee, and you can order it on their channel. You can also go to gamerswithcoffee.com and yeah, check it out. By the way, I'm not sponsored, not shilling. They're good people and they make good coffee. But going into my order history so I can remember which coffee I bought.
Delicious. I love the smell of fresh roasted, especially when you grind it
Oh yeah.
down. I have a grinder. It wakes everybody up. Man,
Yeah,
it's the coffee.
that's. I have a grinder, but I try and order pre-ground most of the time because I'm always afraid of waking up the girls with the grinder.
Yeah. I mean, you could pre-make it and vacuum seal it. That would be.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's a
quite
good
good.
idea. Yes. Okay. So this is the Gamers with Coffee Max Caf blend, and I
Oh,
need that Max Caf in my life. Um.
my painting sessions.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Friendly. Yeah. Go check out Gamers with Coffee. Coffee. Friendly neighborhood quizzer. We were asking about the scarabs. He says yes, the Terminators. I figured because you're in the middle of a Thousand Suns project right now, but I just wanted to double check. Uh, Gamesburger got 2 sprues for Stargrave in the mail today. Very nice.
Nice.
Is that Stargrave the space version of Frostgrave, I believe? The
Oh
RPG?
yeah, that's right. That's right. What company puts that out?
I think that's. Oh gosh, it's one that always reminds me of a helicopter. It's. Excuse me, Gilliman?
Doing heavy research now. Brace yourself. The discovery of the century.
Osprey
Yeah,
Games. That's why it reminds me of a
Ah,
helicopter.
spray games. I love this. And if you had any ladies watching that video, if they pass hotness, that just meet those right now, stretching out, getting some stuff.
Oh, speaking
You've
of
been warned. Is the disclaimer? What's that?
speaking of which, everybody check out the Wolftime
Wolftime is
is upon us. It's a shirt made for me by a friend of the channel, Shannon's Peculiar Creations. Now, this is not something she sells on her store because, obviously, G-Dub stuff. But she does have other cool stuff if you ever want to check out her Instagram. She's got other cool stuff. And yeah, you can find some cool stuff there. Shannon's Peculiar Creations. I'm realizing now that I'm showing you guys things that are written backwards on the screen because I must have my camera mirrored. So, it's very useful for me to show you letters. Um,
like letters.
but it's a pretty space wolfy outline in the background, wouldn't you say?
It's a nice silhouette.
Alternatively, alternative solution stuff like that, roughly carve it out and decorate it as battle damage maybe, or put stuff on it to give the appearance of a welding job field patch. Maybe, I don't know. Hey, that's exactly what I ended up describing, making it battle damage. So, dark light. And you and me all, thinking on the same. Great minds think
Yeah,
alike.
man.
Scale 75 Gold's friendly and neighborhood quizzer says, I like Scale 75 Viking Gold. I think it's goated. I use it on my Thousand Suns. Elven Gold garbage. I like Elven Gold. I use Elven Gold on my Ultramarines because I think them being so proud, I could see them having like the Tony Stark machines that polish their armor, before and after every battle, So I use like the Elven Gold on my Ultramarines, but like I use Necro Gold on a lot of stuff because I like it for the more worn gold. I like that in other brands when I try and find their kind of worn gold, it's a very red gold, which I'm not a big fan of, like Balthazar and
Yeah.
stuff like that, which is fine for people that use it. I'm not personally a fan of the red gold because a lot of the times I feel like it's a I feel like I want more control over how much warmth goes into the piece. I'd rather have a neutral gold, and so I like Necro Gold because it's a very worn gold without changing the temperature or the vibe of the piece I'm working on.
And what
Uh,
brand is that?
it's also Scale 75's
Oh, okay.
Metal and
I
Alchemy.
haven't used the Necro.
Necro
Yeah,
Gold is
check
very
that out.
good. I think it's probably
Yeah.
the gold I use most often.
Ooh, that's a bold claim.
Because I feel like not everything needs the super shiny gold, so I don't use
Yeah.
my Elven Gold as often. So when I'm going for more than muted gold, I definitely reach for the Necro Gold. Um, Mr. Fish, the misadventures of Mr. Fish. He says,
Ah,
"Wow,
happy freaking Friday.
Space Marine!" I every
Art Malone.
every time I see his WA because it's got the big uppercase A's and lowercase A's, it just makes me think of the war boss from Space Marine, the video game. Space Marine.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, Storm hosts. Is that the chamber? The storm hosts.
Storm, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. Fair
Uh,
enough.
my homebrew chapter is Warboss Green and Moot Green with some
Mm,
gold. Very nice.
nice. I
I,
like Vallejo metal color. I
I
bought a lot of them.
I like Vallejo Metal Color too. I don't use their gold as much because it has like a slightly greeny tint to it that I'm not a big fan.
I've tried the liquid gold from them. It's harder to work with, but
Yeah.
it really, I mean, it's not acrylic.
Right.
It's
Right.
it is definitely looks like if you need gold, that's where it is. I did that with my Seraphon. See that? That was the 85 miniature project.
Before my rambling on my ADD voyage, Gamers with Coffee actually tried to jump in and remind me it was the Max Calf. And thanks for the shout out.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh, look at that.
Greg grinds his beans the night before, so that way he doesn't wake
Hey,
up
see?
anyone. Okay.
There it is.
Just as long as you don't drink too much and get shaky heads. Yeah, I definitely like those memes. Oh my gosh. What was there's an Instagram
Can't even see
content
my
hobby content creator. I forgot which one it was, but she did a thing just recently. She posted up a clip of, you know, why does your paint job look so messy? And she's like, I don't know. I'm doing my best. And it shows also me, and it shows her just pounding coffee after coffee after coffee. And I was like,
shaking.
relatable.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Stargrave is Osprey. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Very
Caleb
cool.
here also got a Stormfang before they disappear from the stores forever.
Ooh.
That is one of the first kits my lovely Lily bought for me, and even if I keep putting it in lists, even though it's not meta anymore, and unfortunately now it's not even a legal unit, but I love the model. It looks great. Ken Kurosaki,
Long
another brother says it looks nice. I don't know what looks nice, but thank
So
you.
bald heads. Thank you. You try. You shave
Oh,
sometimes.
maybe it was the shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was that. Okay.
Maybe it was when I got up and
Oh.
posed, reaching for the Osprey games.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what it is. Showing your talents.
Oh, that is some hobby news for me. I mean, hobby adjacent. The working out. Um, I went and bought pants this weekend or this past weekend because I was taking the
Good.
kids out for back to school shopping, and I am now down to a 36. I haven't been a 36 since the girls were babies, and I am so hyped. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kane says the shirt. It was the shirt that looks nice. Thank you, sir.
Oh. I mean, it's because of the model. Anyway, no, it's because of the talent of the person that gets the shirt, as well as the model.
Uh, Friendly neighbor Quizner says, "Yeah, I didn't realize how red Balthazar gold was until I saw one paint a whole model with it. Oh yeah, definitely in a big saturation, you can definitely see it a lot more easily."
Oh yeah. Yeah. Stormcast Eternal.
Darklight says, "I like Elven Gold, but the bank keeps saying it's not real and they don't accept D&D currency. Like, what's up with that, guys?"
What? What? You can
Uh,
discriminate based on paint?
I know, right? I recently got Greedy Gold and Bright Gold from Army Painter. Still trying them out. Cool. Let us know what you think of them. I got Hoplite Gold when a lot of YouTubers were trying them when they first came out, and
Oh,
I feel very mid about it. Like, I'll reach for it sometimes if something is already like lightened, but it acts a lot like a speed paint or a um, um, contrast paint in that if your undercoat isn't already like a lighter color, it's not going to show up very well, and that's not normally the way I paint, so I don't reach for it very often.
I usually challenge myself paint with paints, and actually, it's that seems more altruistic. In reality, today, so I just use the
It's like,
stuff that's on my desk.
the paint racks are all the way in the closet.
It's true. It's like 4 steps. Like, come on, I have to walk 4 whole steps. That's
Ooh, that's a nice looking ale you have there.
great soda. It's medieval times, actually. Look there.
Very nice, very nice. Nice work. Keep at it. Thank you so much. Got some claps from Neighborhood Inquisitor. Um, Darklight, we were dieting together for most of the year. He's been off the diet for months, but hasn't gained much weight back, thankfully. Must be the one meal a day helping him maintain. That's awesome. I,
Oh, okay.
I've been a little more.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, I don't. I've tried and tried, and I just don't have the discipline for one meal a day. I get hungry. I get real hungry. Um,
Well, I'm diabetic, and I just got Zemp. I have to remind myself, hey, I should eat something.
oh yeah, I had a one of their competitors. I don't even remember what it was, but it was the same kind of inject yourself. And yeah, I had to remind myself to eat when I was on that too. And then of course, it got sold as a vanity medication and Majoro, and now it's not covered under
Oh, right.
my insurance anymore.
Vanity. Well, it's my diabetes. So all you
Yeah,
have to do is get great diabetes. Get on.
I
They're gonna make type 4 diabetes for me. So
that is how bad my insurance is. I'm gonna need like type 7 diabetes before they'll approve it for me.
that's it. Have a little exponent on the top.
All right, what's your justification for this medication? Uh, I have diabetes 3 to the 7th power.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yeah, you do that well.
It's going to be
Oh
space
man,
diabetes or something.
that's perfect.
Me talking to the insurance, I need it. I have the diabetes. Ah, but do you have super diabetes?
You have
No.
space diabetes.
Diabetes. All right. Man, I am so ADD.
Imagine that.
Okay.
Imagine that man makes it to the 41st millennium. Anyway, continue.
All right. So the only thing I did was add more to my paint. Add more to my project because I have this venerable dreadnought that I had built up months ago. And so I went ahead and primed it this weekend and got his arm and shield situated the way I wanted it, and he is ready to go. Also, I had forgotten when I built him. I don't even remember what part I used, but I added in a part to the waist to extend it up a little bit, give him a little more height and like a little longer torso, because I always felt like the Castaferan dreadnoughts were just a little too squat, like proportionally. So I just wanted to add a little height to him.
I was wondering why it was so tall. It definitely has heft.
But yeah. So
I was going to ask you, is that a boxy dread?
it's a boxy, yeah, because it's the venerable
Yeah,
dreadnought.
that's so cool. It's so much taller. Is that the same height as the other?
It's just a
Gigastus and all that.
Yeah, it's not as big as like a Redemptor or anything like that. But also, this is an alternate carapace. You're not going to be able to see it because it's just all black primer. But
I see the wolves going either way.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's the Forge World carapace
cool.
where it's
like
got
Mordecai.
Yeah.
It's like the doors of Mordecai, Arch
Exactly.
of Mordecai, whatever the initiates go through.
The gates of Mordecai.
Something of Mordecai. The gates. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
So that is the only thing I've actually done miniature wise this week.
Nice.
Media corner though.
Spicy.
So many of you know I'm a weeb. I like anime, and my kiddos actually showed me K-pop Demon Hunters, and I really liked it. I really liked it.
I was just singing that song with my daughter.
Oh, nice.
we were just listening to it. She's like, again. Oh, okay.
The music
I was arranging some time to see it, so tell me all about it.
Now, if you only like one type of music and K-pop is not your vibe, of course, you're not going to like the movie. But if you are into anime and you do like K-pop, it is really nice. For me, and I say, the kids put it on. I'm not the kind of guy who's like, oh, I only watch it because my kids watch it. Like I fully own stuff like that, that I've got aside people could consider soft or feminine, right? Like I started watching, I fully admit, I started watching My Little Ponies with my little girls, but now that they're older, yeah.
Wait, did you get your cutie mark yet?
Not yet. But, or I have one actually in my head because I was going to get one tattooed.
I'll go.
Right? I'll go. Oh yes. Oh yes.
There it is.
But I have a little story. So, but the Fluttershy, yay. But so yeah, I started watching My Little Pony because I was watching it with the girls when they're younger. Now they're older, and guess who owns the box set? This guy.
Because it brings back memories, yeah.
Yeah, and I just legitimately like the show. I'm not one of those guys who has to be like, oh, I only watch it because I have daughters, and guys don't watch that.
That's the gateway. See, they give you permission to watch stuff like that, and then you watch it, and you're like, oh, what happened next?
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
fun fact: Darklight Dreamer, his screen name of my brother, actually says that Darklight Dreamer started off as a My Little Pony name, and the untold origin story.
Nice.
That's so cool.
That makes total sense. See, I was going to do Darkwing Duck, but that's yes.
And when he used to close out his YouTube videos, he would always end it by saying, and may your dreams light your darkest hour. So, yeah, the Darklight Dreamer.
Speaking of a dream, have you seen the Sandman? Do you ever read the comic? It was on DC Vertigo. But it was Death the High Cost. Sandman. You never seen any of those comic books? Yeah, they were for like a little darker and grittier. So it was like Clive Barker influenced and stuff like that. Like really, it was like horror, or not horror comics. Cause it's pretty cool. Anyway, I am stuck watching that, and it's actually the comic book turn. They changed things. They took liberties, but it is pretty. It's pretty cool to have an attorney and know what it's like as an attorney and going through life. And
I love the Sandman. Need to watch season 2.
Yes,
Very cool.
yes, you get it. It is wild. Media, treat yourself. You might like it. It gets a little weird, but if you understand we're about entities, dream and desire being entities.
That's really cool.
Yes.
On a similar note, I just downloaded the other night to listen to while I'm at work. It's Batman, the White Knight it's a webcast on Spotify.
Oh.
I always cry when I get to the end of the comics. That is not Spotify, that's Podbean. Spotify. Continue. Look, okay, I just want to. There we go.
On another note, I have coffee I've had here since this morning, and it seems really sketchy. FYI, transition. I'm just filling the void.
I appreciate Comic Storian, who basically condenses full story arcs of comics into a webcast, which is cool.
Ooh.
And
nice. I like recaps videos. Who has time anymore?
Oh, exactly. Because, like, I actually have several comics that I've tried recollecting here and there, and I just don't have the time to, collect and keep up with whole comic series anymore. So I'm just like, these recap videos are perfect.
I used to either graphic to come out, or I would buy a copy that I would seal into pre-back game. Just put but I've been collecting like that for rarer comics, like first X-Men.
That is the main way I still get comic books nowadays. Wait until there's a trade paper book out, or what more often happens is I'll see on like YouTube Shorts or something like that somebody talking about a comic book arc, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let me go back and then I'll try and get the trade paperback for that arc somewhere. Comic Storian has a YouTube channel. No, I remember watching his stuff. Does he? I had no idea. It was introduced to me on Spotify, so that's where I knew it from. But if he has a YouTube channel too, that's awesome. It is a visual webcast, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that makes sense if he has a YouTube channel that goes with it. I just downloaded the audio version so I can listen to it while I work, but yeah, so it totally makes sense that there are videos to go with them. There's an amazing stop-motion animated short film called The Sandman. Everyone should watch. It came out in 91. Interesting.
Let's check it out. Is that like Tim Burton kind of style?
Yeah, I wonder what kind of stop motion it is.
Well, yeah, about Tim Burton, Night Christmas and all.
Yeah. As long as it's not claymation stop motion. Claymation, for some reason, creeps me out.
Really?
Yeah.
No, really?
I don't know why.
It's amazing to know that. Claymation. Speaking of which, I've been working with and another hobby thing that I do, taught my sculptor Das Clay. I looked at Mel, the terrain tutor, if you've heard the channel. Great guy. You can literally see him age through It's
Really?
something. He gets whiter and whiter. Yeah, like the beard gets.
That's crazy.
Great terrain person. You need big tables of terrain.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
Friendly Neighbor Quizzer says, yes, it is by one of the actual animators who did The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I knew it. I think I saw that one then. Yep. Yeah, it was
That's
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah.
We're going to jump into our YouTube picks of the week, and then we got a couple of
Yeah.
articles to share with you guys, and then, yeah. And then I think we will be at a place to call it.
Did you get the recommendations I give?
Oh, yeah. They're in the
Oh,
links
good.
down below, and also we're about to pull them up now.
Figured
Articles and
you'd appreciate
art. We'll go over to. We'll go over
Broken
to.
stream.
There we go.
Oh, there it is. Ah, Sorpasaur. Oh my gosh. So this guy lives in New Zealand, and he is a total bad butt terrain maker. Like he did the Emperor's Palace, and you can imagine to scale. You can imagine how large that is. It took up a warehouse. That's how big it is. Like he does dioramas, he does Lord of the Rings stuff, and he's in New Zealand, so he can actually visit the place like Edoras and stuff like that. He can visit where they filmed the movies, and he's just one wild dude. Um, and he does incredible projects, like really incredible, like mind blowing projects. You definitely, if you haven't checked him yet, check him out. His enthusiasm is where my enthusiasm, love for the hobby. He's one of the coolest New Zealanders I know.
I love his 40K stuff. I've always liked his
Yeah,
boards, but gosh, I don't see it here. Maybe in his playlists. My favorite thing I've ever seen him do is the Battle of Two Towers from Lord of the Rings. You know, like a lot when people ask, where is it? Maybe it was just a single one-off video, and not and
he
not
makes me want to play
playlist.
Lord of the Rings.
Helm's Deep. Here we
Like,
go.
and I did get the box of Rohan for my wife.
Battle of
She
Helm's Deep.
loves
That's the
Lord of
one.
the Helm's Deep. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. That still counts as one.
His stuff is
Uh,
insane. Yeah, that's something I've always like. Man, that would be a hell of a battle to participate in. Is the Battle of Helm's Deep? That'd be so cool.
I mean, I wouldn't want to die, but yeah,
Yeah.
say that I've
Well,
been there.
well, what I'm saying is translating that into a wargaming board would be so cool.
Oh, and actually fighting the battle. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, intense.
Well, I wouldn't want to die, but yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
really.
I don't know why that just tickled me. Oh, the scholars lore. Tell us about this one, my brother.
All right. The scholar's lore. This guy's voice is so interesting and intriguing. It's almost like he's goading you to come closer and listen to the story. It's like he's daring you. It's like, I have a story to tell.
Stay a while and
And no
listen.
one ever said you can do this. And nobody, I mean, and towards the end of the video, it's silence. And it gives you time to reflect on what it was just said. And it's almost like a creepy movie. It's so like, if you're feeling the creep vibe and you want to hear like a creepy story and stuff, Scholar's Lore is pretty, it's intense. But it's fun. I like lore from different styles. I like lore from Voldemort to his like a hug. I like love. I like lore face with almost pop culture like reference. And then I like lore where it's kind of creepy and cringy. You want to know and jump into it. So yeah,
Okay.
I love my lore channels.
We're gonna add this to watch later.
It helps me paint.
Are the
It really
renegades
does. Like
secretly
especially long stretches. If I'm not listening to an audio book, then I'm definitely listening to one. I guess podcast-ish like lore videos. And it's so intriguing. It's so easy to get lost in these. Oh my god, there's so much information.
Also, his thumbnail
I don't
game is
even
on
think
point.
GW knows the whole 40k universe lore. They're just making it up as they.
You know, because they have so many people working on the lore at all times. I wonder if like one person just knows it all,
Do they? No,
like one lore
a
master.
lore master. Yeah, a database, an AI data.
I heard that Diablo reference, Mythos.
I never played Diablo, and I heard it's amazing.
Have you seen the Invicta 40k videos? They are great. Actually, yeah, absolutely. In fact, they might be great to feature. In fact, since you bring them up, this will be a community pick. Are you gonna make me type stuff? God. Okay, no, copy paste worked. Alright, this will be our community recommendation. True size of Imperial ships.
Ooh,
Uh,
that looks fun.
the true size of Krieg artillery. Yes. Um,
Wonder what else true size.
well, I'm Asian,
Ocean of
so
the
there's
ocean,
not
buddy.
much. The true size of a space marine.
Oh, yeah, they are huge.
In the pants. This one.
Mythos is speaking by experience.
This one is one recommended from Brother Thomas from Hellworks with Hellchild, Snakework Studios, and this guy, well, actually this couple, because he does his videos with his lovely lady, they
Nice.
do a lot of retro content, which is really cool, but they also do, you can see a lot of old hammer stuff, a lot of retro art, and they go back and kind of paint things in that retro style, which is cool. The classic old hammer heavy metal. Um, but yeah, there's some tutorials and stuff on here like the Easy Heat Bloom. Um, my favorite is the Greatest Inquisitor. That's not my favorite, but it's pretty neat. My favorite was there was a really old school Imperial Guard vehicle that they re-released for I think Necromunda, and he kind of did it up in the retro style from the original Warhammer kind of thing. And of course, I'm probably not going to see it. Uh, anytime I'm like, oh yeah, my favorite that this person ever did, it's just like, oh here we go, the Tauros Venator. We're not going to watch his video because I want to encourage people to go check out his channel, but I just want to show you his beautiful piece of work. There we go. Look at that Tauros Venator. And this is done in the classic Imperial Guard color scheme back when when this retro model was out. He used, of course, the new Tauros from Kill Team, or not Kill Team, Necromunda. But I think he did some converting as well. But yeah, he's gone very retro with it. It's very cool. So if you guys are fans of the old hammer models or retro schemes, paint jobs, stuff like that, they're definitely a good pick.
Well, Gamesburger loves that retro style.
Very nice, very nice.
Too.
Oh, speaking, I really liked the Imperial Navy and Shipyards one. Very nice. Speaking of lore, I asked my coworker, who has a lot of tattoos, how much she thinks a Tacit Mark from Wooa, which is Wuthering Waves, would cost. She said only like 100. Definitely planning on it in the future. Very nice. All right, we have here next Wolflord Row. Always good to see another Wolf brother. This looks like another lore video. Or it's like a combination lore and, personal takes. You know, how will Robute Gilliman react to the Lion's return? Loyal Primarch's betrayals ranked. Why Lionel Johnson must return to Terra. So yeah, the expansion of Ultramar. Top 5 lore revelations from the Silent King. So yeah, there's a little bit of like, it's like a mixture of lore and opinion here, which is pretty cool.
Neat. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah. So Wolflord Row. And then I brought one, and if you guys aren't into the recommendations of the week, I apologize, but we were just having a little fun and we went a little extra with this week's recommendations. But I voted for C-Top Tabletop this week, who does a lot of cool Iron Warriors conversions because Iron Warriors don't use a lot of the traditional chaosy stuff that some of the more religious Iron Warrior, or not Iron Warrior, religious Chaos Marines use. And basically, he uses that as a vehicle to do a lot of conversions. So that way, his Iron Warriors look a lot more industrial. He gives them all a very industrial looking theme. Less chaos and more just like, semi evil industrial look. So he's taken this Praetor, the Saturnine Praetor, and turned it into, because it's such a large model, he was able to use it as his Abaddon proxy, which is really cool. Look at that massive gut style chainsword he gave him. Used here, I think these are armigers. I think they're armigers. For Chaos Spawn Chaos Spawn kit bashes, a Venom Crawler, but instead of like a very demony looking Venom Crawler, he made his out of one of the AdMech spider tanks. So that's pretty cool. Demon Prince here, made from a Tau battle suit conversion because again, making it just look more industrial instead of demon. Obliterators. These just look so pimp. These are made from, gosh, what are these things called? They're like very armored looking insect, like very mechanical insect things looking things from, is it from Necromunda? I believe. But anyways, he just does some really cool conversions. He also has Space Marines that he's converted up and has his custom paint job on, and like he's got going with an industrial theme again. These guys are basically an underground tunneling kind of Space Marine chapter here, and so like he's got like his land raiders got like is basically a drilling machine, and his aggressors, the power fists on the aggressors, all have like drill fists. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's like just puts a lot of flavor of the industrial theme into all of his armies basically. And I really love his fire effects like on his weaponry here. Like if you look at the saws and the guns, like I often do a heat bloom, but I love just seeing like the glowing heat effect. And actually, it was his channel that made me start thinking about, man, maybe I should paint up a couple Iron Warriors. That would look pretty cool. So, as a table, like as someone who's been influencing like what something I might want to paint in the future, just like he's putting just an idea in my that feather in my cap. Also, can I recommend another channel? I know I said I only had one more, but I'd like to recommend my partner in crime here, the Miniatures Paintbrush. You can check out his channel. You can see here, great looking channel. Lots of tutorials on this channel, hobby tips. that you can
Just
see
me having
here,
fun over the years.
40K hoarders. What's possibly the biggest backlog on YouTube, possibly.
Unfortunately.
So lots of videos here. This one is the one I stole his recipe from, but he's going to be doing some new painting tutorials.
I am. Once I get my light situation situated, then I'll definitely be on board with more videos. Plus, I have content I need to record. It takes a long time to put.
I have a feeling I saw that guy somewhere. I can't remember where though. The TMP guy. He's probably pretty familiar. It's hard to place him though.
Very random.
All right. A new Nightbringer. Can it be?
Let's go. It is go time.
My gosh. I had looked closely at the paint job before.
This thing is gorgeous.
Is that what you meant by the liquid metal? Like that prismatic effect?
Yes. No, not the prismatic on the bottom. The actual skin. Closely at the skin. It's very reflective. It's like a blue purple.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
And
like
it has green in it. Look at his legs and his toe. Yeah. His hands, like liquid metal.
That paint style really reminds me of Rogue Hobbies. Oh, I need to put her on a future. On a future recommendations.
We call her the cutie patootie. She's just a doll. But this Satan Shard. First off, it's way taller. You can see how big the presence is. The fact that they're incorporating that digital style manifestation of the Necrons into the manifestation of the Shard. All your scarabs coming out. And then the energy. Although I think the lightning bolts might be too thick aesthetically, but I get why they did it because they had to stabilize. But that doesn't mean you can't make more electricity, thinner vibes, so you can thin out the edges of the electricity. More glow. But I love the way it just everything frames it right to the center, right to that. Not even the face, but that arm. Everything swarms around that front arm, his bicep with that layer of cloth just going draping. It's so gorgeous. And then the cape seems Necron,
Oh yeah. It looks amazing. I really love that.
And you have to have green on the top. Yeah, you have to have green. You see, you have green on the bottom and green to the side. Everything works in triangles. So you'd have to work green on the bottom, green on the side, green on the top. And it's actually the reflection of the Necron glow. You can see a little bit of green on. And it's did a really good job. Did a really excellent job on this. The job is absolutely stunning.
So once upon a time,
I love it.
My lovely Lily had a Necron army, and we had one of these fine cast Nightbringers, and we did all the things you're supposed to do with fine cast. We washed it with soap and water.
Yep.
We primed it, all that good stuff. And one thing, we just, for some reason, no matter how much we cleaned it and primed it and whatnot, the paint just did not want to stick to this miniature. It was so crazy. It was it was like the fine cast kept weeping. It was crazy.
Yes.
And
well, did you spray it with the spray can?
Yes.
Some models, fine cast or other, I would say, poorer quality materials, like I would think Bones from Reaper miniatures as well. Some of the stuff the propellant has a chemical reaction to actual plastic or polymer that's being used, and it makes it tacky to the point where it never dries. It'll always stay tacky. It's really difficult to work with. Is that what happened to you?
Yes, and actually that's a great point because I did have that happen with some Bones miniatures once upon a time.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some propellant that has a chemical reaction. It just never dries. Ever. No hope.
No hope. But now Now
It's
it's a
so weird,
gorgeous plastic sculpt. No worries about that. The sun is setting
right?
on Finecast, thankfully.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of
So it's hard to think that
what?
the old miniature came out in 2002. For me, that was yesterday. How about you?
For me, it was Tuesday.
Almost 20 years ago. Yes. Well, they have the Shard of the Void Dragon. They have the Nightbringer Shard. There's only one left. We need to have the
Deceiver.
Deceiver, Shard of the Deceiver. That's a try. And I am super excited for this. I just looked at my closet and said, I have no buying another miniature again. I have way too much. And then this shows up and I'm a GW. Take my money.
Now,
just take it. Oh.
Now, when you finally go back to Xenos, Inquisitor, will you be going back first to the Votan or first to Necrons now that this cool Catan is out? That's what I'm interested in.
No, Votan wasn't Xenos. I thought they were human, actually.
They are considered
Aren't they?
Xenos. They're considered Xenos.
They're just human?
because they're not really they're
Oh.
not real squats. They are squat clones, and the Votan aren't really the squats. The Votan are like these masterminds behind. So the actual squat models, they are kin,
Yeah.
and their overlords are the Votan. Friendly Neighborhood says Votan are Xenos, and then 2 probably Votan. Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
You asked if they were humans. They're Homo sapiens rotundus. Hey, I resemble that remark.
That's right.
Brother Roxas, yo. Whoops.
Look at that gorgeous picture. The Satan Shard is overseeing that. It's the Satan Shard and the Night Lords and the Necrons and the Sisters. Oh my!
Oh
God.
yeah. So this is
There's
an
a lot
interesting
going
thing. So in the
Yeah.
new kill team, it's technically Night Lords versus Sisters, I believe, and
Yeah.
I think the Catan here is supposed to be like a third enemy, and that potentially the Night Lords and the Celestians could set aside their differences to take on basically a boss fight,
Oh wow.
like a team up battle, which is cool. So yeah, they were talking about how it could be interesting to see some PvE in Kill Team, which I think is cool. And like I've been saying, after a few years now, I'm starting to finally get interested to start thinking about learning some Kill Team. So I'm just right now, the local game shop is really heavy into Spearhead and 30K right now. And so like I was part of their 40K
Spearhead's great.
crusade. I'm not ready to commit to Spearhead at the moment, even though I have a pretty large Stormcast army.
It's a great game. Yeah, it is a great game.
And
It really is. It's simple. It's easy. It's all about strategy. It's super balanced.
But the next time that Kill Team comes around the store, I think I definitely want to learn. And like, there's a certain freedom for a game where you only have to paint up 5 to 10 models.
Right? I mean, if they cancel I got to pay up 10 more guys. The end for my entire squad. Yeah, it's something nice. Something nice. So yeah, I believe we have some new systems in that kill team. But before we move on, Satan. Are you getting this model? Correct answer is yes, but go ahead, no. So the current Satan Shard Nightbringer has a 6-inch movement, toughness 11, 4-up save, 4-up invulnerable save. So it's just 4-up, period. Right? It has 12 wounds, Leadership 6, which is low, but it's it's weird to me. Objective control 4, so it can control objectives, right? Its range weapon is the Gaze of Death, which has an 18-inch range, making this thing a threat, right?
Well,
So it has 3 attacks, 2 up ballistic skills. It's gonna hit unless you have serious. Um, Strength 12, AP -2, D6 +3 damage for each shot that. So we're talking about D3 attacks. It's not a lot of attacks. It could go south. But once it hits, it does. It's not going to completely devastate every, but it's going to take enough things away from that board. You have the Scythe of the Nightbringer is a strike melee, which is 6 attacks. Weapon skill is 2 up. Strength 4 -4 AP. Again, D6 +2. That's for the Scythe strike. And then there's the sweeping one, which is 14 attacks. But you got a less AP. AP -2. Strength. Weapon skill. Strength 8, which is lighter in strength. And damage flat 2 for each one. It has the monster keyword. It's a character. It's an epic hero. It has fly, which is always good. And it has these abilities. So its core ability is Deadly Demise, E6, and then the Feel No Pain of a 5-up, which is weird because this is 4 invulnerable. I guess even if you get through the 4-up invulnerable, you have a Feel No Pain after that. This thing is just insane, right?
Oh yeah.
It has a Necrodermis. Each time the attack is allocated for this half the character of that attack. So it's harder to hit. Even if you get through with everything, you're so yeah, he's an epic hero. He has the Gaze of Death, the Scythe of the Nightbringer is one. It can't be your warlord, obviously, a shard. But yeah, you have a whole bunch of stuff here. But yeah, definitely a powerful model, unless they're going to change rules for it now that they're re-releasing it.
That'll be interesting.
But that's where it stands right now.
Yeah,
that would be interesting. I mean, new model, new rule, right? Is that the way it works?
Sometimes. In fact, actually, I can't think of a time this edition that they didn't at least, because even the new Vulcan got mostly the same rules, but slightly enhanced. So I can't imagine that they're not going to enhance it somehow. And apparently, I either misremembered or was misinformed about the Votann lore. He says officially the OG squats were one league of kin that were wiped out by the Tyranids. Interesting. I think that's a retcon because I feel like the old lore was that the OG squats were Imperials at the time. So I think that might be a bit of a retcon. Gamesburger wants the Deathwatch Necrons Kill Team box. That one looks cool. I love the idea of the Deathwatch. So I think that'll be really cool to see. Darklight, I'm so glad you bring this up, and we're going to talk about that. Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor says, yeah, but all of the Votann is a retcon. You know what? Fair enough. Okay, so I did remember them being Imperials, but now they are part. The OG squats were part of the League of Votann. Okay. Which I guess makes the one Necromunda squat that was considered a squat and not a Votann. I guess that makes him officially kin too, probably from the league that got wiped out. Okay, Darklight Dreamer says, have you ever considered using your writing talent? Thank you very much for the compliment, by the way. And years of 40k experience to create your own story-based PvE event, like a series of skirmishes based on a story you create. I have, and so
you'll be like a role play kind
of thing? Not necessarily, but like I recently played in a couple of narrative leagues, and I've been going to a narrative league for a couple of years now. Not narrative league, a narrative event at a convention. And one of the things that back when this channel was Frost and Fist we were looking at is maybe inviting some fellow, you know, of our channel supporters and content creators down to the Houston area to maybe get together for a weekend, play a few games, and have just like a little invitational. And of course, we were trying to look at things like hotel conference rooms, event centers like Kid Theater places and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
recently, and at the time when we were going to do that, um, I was, I was thinking about how a lot of the people that uh, we are content creators with on the channel are more hobbyists and painters and not necessarily like a competitive player, right? And I was thinking that, I'm going to switch over to the the big screen. We'll go to Big Mythos and Rob there for a minute. But one of the things I was considering is that
Others.
most of our fellow content creators are not like competitive players. They're more like hyper casual, like myself, or maybe just casuals. And so what I was thinking is that I would maybe run a narrative kind of event where it was more story based and not just us trying to, take our armies, build the hardest lists we can, and beat the crap out of each other. Just roll some dice, have
Right,
some fun.
right.
Very beer and pretzels kind of games. And I think adding a story kind of spin on it kind of gives everybody, no matter what kind of player they are, something to work towards. Because one of the things I liked about going to
Got
the
that
narrative.
narrative bug.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you got that narrative bug.
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, like space D&D vibes exactly. Because one of the things I really enjoy about going to narrative events is that even if you don't win, the fact that they have like side objectives and stuff like that that helps push the story along still makes it feel like you accomplished something.
Oh yeah.
Um, and so there was just like
Right,
a
right.
couple of games where I'm like, we didn't win, but we did do is capture this fuel depot for our faction. And that helped drive the story a certain way. And
Hmm.
it was really cool. And I think that kind of thing can make for a better team building thing than just, or a group. Um, I don't know, morale building than just, a competitive kind of gameplay. And so I was thinking at the time, like, yeah, I'd love to host a narrative. We all get together for like just a Warhammer weekend. And then of course, we're no longer the Frost and Fists. The team member I had, we ended up going our separate ways. Um, and I ended up calling it off that year because I was like, well, we're not really Frost and Fist anymore. Nobody's going to want to come just to visit me. And so we didn't do it. But then I was watching Edict Beers. He has an invitational he does every year. He calls it the Dominion War, and he invites content creators around UK to come to his place. And it just really hit me this past time. I
Yeah.
was watching it this weekend, by the way. So go check out his channel and the channels of those that participated. But I'm like, man, he does this in his backyard, and I'm like trying to think of how we can arrange this in like conference rooms or quinceañera halls and stuff like that. And I'm like, I bet you for a couple hundred
It doesn't have
bucks
to be that
yeah, I bet you for a couple $100 for the weekend,
intense.
my apartment complex could. Well, I don't have a yard, but my apartment complex would probably let me rent they've got like a space where like their office is, but then they also have like it's a big, kind of a
Oh,
fancy room, basically, uh, where you can host gatherings and stuff like that. I'm like, that would be cool. It would be like
event hall.
yeah, yeah, yeah. A very small version of that. But I'm like, it'd be enough to set up a couple Warhammer tables, and yeah, we could all just play a couple of games, and not even have to spend because several of us, because we are casuals, we're not used to that all day standing over a table tournament stuff. Your back and knees are hurt by the end of the day. So I'm like, we could just like hang out and chill over chips and drinks in the evening, or do some hot evening hobby sessions and just chill, paint, and chat with each other. I think that would be cool. So I've actually started thinking about that. And I'm like, okay, so we do like a great big like Warhammer narrative kind of thing. Have some like team objectives for everyone to accomplish. And so yeah, I'm thinking about maybe maybe trying to see if there's. First of all, I got to see if there's any interest. Brother Thomas from Hellworks said that he'd come to something like that if I put on an event like that. Mr. Fish, so that's 2 people interested so far. So maybe if I talk to some other creators, and if anybody else gets back to me saying, hey, they'd play, maybe we'll think about setting up something here in Houston. So yes, Darklight, I have thought about
Just
it.
make sure you have a category. Make sure you make a category.
A category for what?
Person who loses the most games.
Oh, the wooden spoon, of course.
Yes. So I will definitely have.
Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor says, I'm definitely casual. If that ever happens, there's a couple of armies I could bring. Thousand Suns are in the works if you need a good adversary. Ooh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Man, I'd love to have you, man. It would be great to meet you and hang
So
out with you.
think about it. Think about it. You know what would be really cool? You, me, and Thomas bring our Space Wolves army, and we.
Wolves against all.
That would be excellent.
That would be really cool. So yeah,
Bring 6,000 points. Have fun. Brings Warlord Titan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even throw a couple of prizes in, for anybody that comes, or I don't know, something. Just an excuse for us to get together and hang out. Really.
I mean, I would if I had a really decent place to sleep.
That is something that I would have to work out with everyone because I have a very small
Is there a hotel near you?
But there are hotels and stuff like that here.
So. No, is there a hotel? Okay, if you get a really good one, family
cool
shopping. I'll
each of you bring 500 points of wolves. I'll bring 1,500 points of T-Suns. Very cool. That would actually be really fun. Because like it's a challenge when you play. Like I don't know if you guys have ever played a team up match like that before, but like when you have one 1,500 or one 2,000 point list, you have options for more and bigger toys, right? But then your opponents who all have 500 points to themselves,
yeah,
all of their eggs
unless
are
we
in
all
one
collaborate.
basket.
That's the only way.
Yeah. So it's like it's harder to fit the
we would have to definitely collaborate, make a synergistic army.
Oh yeah, and I think sometimes that part of the challenge is in the fun though. But definitely every time I've seen that happen so far, the person who brings the solid group of points definitely has the advantage. It's a fun concept though. I've seen it several times.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, if anyone decides that it's like right now it's an idea, but if I get enough people interested, we can start talking numbers.
If you have enough people staying in the same hotel, the hotel itself might have like.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So
just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it's a good idea actually.
It would be cool if we didn't have to transport our army. You wouldn't be encroached in space, and wouldn't have to.
True.
Parking is already there. Everybody's
parking. Yeah, there. Everything would be taken care of.
That's why a lot of events have it at home. Yeah.
See, you're a thinking
So
man.
maybe look for a halfway. Oh, I'm a brainstormer.
There is actually a newly constructed, pretty nice hotel right by the highway. So yeah, we'll check that out.
Ooh, you could definitely let me know. I would be flying in though.
I got points. I got points. Maybe I could help redeem some of those points to knock a few bucks off.
Oh, get out! No way. That would be awesome.
Everything in this world starts from an
going
idea.
To Texas.
Oh, I like that. Darklight Dreamer says everything in this world starts out as an idea, but we can make it reality. I like that.
It's magical. I just want to hang out with you. Get my Mickey Mouse ears. Love it.
All right. One last article, and we're going to look at the Sororitas Battle Chaos over a long forgotten tomb
Oh
in Kill
yeah.
Team Shadowhunt. So this is kind of the box set for the battle we were just looking at on the other page, and I still need to switch it to articles and art.
Brand new sisters. So they got brand new sisters here.
Brand new.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Let me...
Sculpts are so brand new.
We got flares and prayers. Oh man, look at this guy right here on the thumbnail. He has definitely got some mutations.
He's had better days. Yeah, definitely.
The way his
I'm not crazy about his wings, his face.
the way the arm kind of shifts into like a blade made of flesh reminds me of like Carnage and Venom from Spider-Man. Where their body becomes the weapon.
Yes, absolutely.
And actually, I could see like those wings
Yeah,
also
and that's
being
suitable
kind of
for the
symbiote.
whole Carnage.
Yeah. All right, here's a look at the kill team. You can see. So yeah, even though the Necrons are part of this, it's still, if you look at the symbols here, it's still Sororitas versus the Raptors. They're being represented by the Night Lords here because they are the chapter most likely to go, or most suited for using Raptors. But there's nothing specifically Night Lord specific in this box because the Night Lords just recently had a box. So I can see why they've decided not to use any of their iconography. They probably wanted to keep it more accessible for more Chaos players. Very cool looking battlefield here, though.
Really? Oh, I thought these were exclusive.
These are, that's why they say Chaos Marines up here. But yeah, these are for Chaos Marines. They're just representing them all with Night Lords here. But they do look cool. I like that axe.
There's one that looks genuine.
Very like executioner axe looking. And there's our man with the symbiote arm.
Oh yeah.
So, Shadowhunt, the Celestian Insidiants are out.
You look at individual mod.
I'm sorry?
The Curse Claw. That's what it's called. Take a look at that. It's not a favorable angle. Go a little. Yeah. And if you go to the right a little bit, you got to see his individual. There it is.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's just not a favorable angle for him. It's just, I don't know.
He looks
he has
less
a tactical
like,
rock. There's that.
I'm about to say he looks less like he's flying, more like he's about to fall off. Okay, we're gonna take a look at these ladies.
Stop.
The Insidians are, I don't know, just the way he looks like he's about to slip off has very Moon vibes. Damn it, Moon. Celestian Insidiants are
it's why we love you, Mitos.
are outfitted with some of the finest anti-psyker war gear available to the Adeptus Sororitas, including the Condemner bolt pistols that fire anointed silver stakes, nice, and heavy maces
silver sticks. Oh,
with null field generators. Their elaborate power armor is decorated with spiritual talismans and wrought iron crowns.
So it's Sisters of Silence.
Maybe they'll have some of that shielding against the witch, which is also a Sisters of Battle thing, which focus their faith into an impenetrable shield against witchery.
Their prayer. We have some abbots here. We have some people are wearing some abbots. Superior, definitely covering her hair. And those, if you look at the shin right down to the boot, that is Stormcast Eternal. 100%.
Oh yeah, it is very Stormcast.
Yeah, except for the fleur-de-lis. Very Stormcast. So you can see the cues. But everything else is original and I love on their backpacks how ornate the detail is. They're sculpting around each one, and it's unique. Like if you see the superior one, it waves in and out around the backpack, and you see the reliquaries, fleur-de-lis pointing in up and to the right. The nice little crossbow, so high. The thing is that they have the feminine symbol, I think, or is that the symbol of Prince? I don't know. I can't tell there. But I think with the skeleton on top,
I think so.
Ovary tabard. I don't know what or leather ovary tabard.
I think tabard suffices.
You heard it here first. But if you, no, oh no, no, it would be. This is definitely a thing. All right, we're going with it. We're going with it. It's ovary tabard. All right, it's better than the men. The men is just rude. Richard tabard. Anyway, let's take a look at the other ones. Yeah, pretty epic. Again, tabard in place. Look at that. Look at that two-handed long.
That sword is
on
so
Mortis Santis. It's gorgeous. Like I want a real replica.
Is this a rude opinion? I feel like 40K sculpts for the ladies, 40K sculpts for human feet for human women. So almost like just the sculptors. They seem to have a hard time making faces look feminine in the 40K tiers. But if you go to their Stormcast Eternal range and if you go to their even like the elves, Dark Eldar, sisters, daughters of Cain, the other races, they do a great job of making them look feminine. And even for humans, the Stormcast Eternals have some great feminine faces. But for some reason, the Sisters of Battle faces
here. You're probably going to get a lot of backlash.
And that
going to get backlash for this. Okay.
That's fine. I mean, everybody's got an opinion, but for some reason, the Sisters of Battle faces are always just so and
Kamasa Gamza.
Ugh.
Okay then. I mean, you're not wrong. That's the thing.
And that's why when I do my Sisters of Battle, I'll probably swap for Stormcast Eternal faces, just because I just feel like
you can, absolutely.
Also, like some of the characters for Imperial Guard lately, they also have very, very masculine-looking faces, and I'm just like, I've seen their Stormcast Eternal sculpts, I've seen their elf sculpts. They know how to do feminine faces, but for some reason, they never make it to the Sisters of Battle.
Well, they have that angled jaw. It almost looks like almost Germanic, like from Germany. Really tough, hardy people. Or possibly tough people from Siberia. The rough and rugged kind. Not the ones that win beauty pageants, but the other ones. The ones that'll, wrestle a bear, for kicks. Those are the ones the faces that are
like Zarya from
These are people that rip people in half. Yes, they rip people in half. I even fix her face. All right, anyway. Sorry, people.
Okay, we got a few.
All right, here. Censor.
We got.
Oh yeah, I bet. If you're upset, comment down below. Good comments, bad comments, or still comments. All right.
Okay. So, Friendly Neighbor Quizzer says,
so the censor look bad.
Sisters models always look peak. That's why he's screaming. If I ever have the time and or money, I do plan on collecting Night Lords.
As in ripe. But yeah, look at the censor.
I will as soon as I catch up on these comments.
You can go back to the censor. Is that a guy? Oh yeah, no, of course. Sorry. Too much coffee.
the women face sculpts are bad. There we go. The sculptor's not very good at sculpting women in 40K. Exactly, but like someone on their team can, because like they do it well for Stormcast Eternals. I don't know if they just feel like 40K women need
Oh
to
yeah,
look a
they're
certain
gorgeous.
way. But
So
or actually, I'm sure what it is that they have different people working on their projects for 40K and for Sigmar. But um, there was one woman. Uh, there was one woman that had the face that looked like Gary Busey. Anybody know who that is? One person said, Gainsberger says,
that's
it's
not nice. That's not nice.
who's
Is the
that?
hair wild too like that? Gary Busey is an actor.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, the body is nice, but she's got that
I don't know.
Sisters of Battle face. Wow. Who needs a
Is that
face?
going to be a term you use
Oh,
when you're in the club? She seems nice, but she has sisters of battle.
wow. Who needs a face when you should wear a
That's
helmet in
terrible.
a combat zone? I mean, that's true. That's true. And with
I mean, yeah, yeah.
but all the iconic like
But
shows and comics and artwork is like at least one Sister of Battle amongst all of them is like a character with her face showing, you know. And also,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
also let's look at that in their own GW, you know, Warhammer Plus shows. The Sisters of Battle don't look like that. The Sisters of Battle do have very more like, you know, feminine looking faces, you know.
Feminine.
Warhammer
Yeah.
comics. There was a Sisters of Battle comic that ran for about 12 issues, and it had some very feminine looking in
Oh
the
my
faces.
God, I remember that one.
Yeah, they were very good.
Is
I
it the
really do.
Outcast Sister of Battle? Is that the
Uh,
Outcast Sister of Battle?
I
The one
don't.
that there was a heretic because she uses powers. She was a
Oh
psyker.
no 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 no! That was
Oh my
that
God,
one is that one is really good too. I read the novel for that one.
that's awesome.
Um, but she's
That's
another
awesome.
example where the face on that model
Oh
just
yeah,
I've seen way better painters than myself still not quite be able to make that face on that sculpt look good. Friendly neighbor Quizzer says, "You know what my problem is? Let's hear it, brother. I was watching one channel and he was using a lot of Stormcast Eternals for 40K kit bashes. Right, and there's a lot of things like faces that are just done better in Stormcast. I want to collect every single army in this game except one. I'm guessing that one is Sisters of Battle.
all right, you got it now.
Huh?
Oh really? I would think Harlequins, but for some seems like a
Like I have a Sisters of Battle army in boxes that I need to paint up. I want to paint up. But yeah, I will definitely be doing uh, head swaps. Nope, it's not Sisters. I want them. Okay, y'all see if you can guess in the comments before Inquisitor puts it in the chat. We got one vote for Harlequins.
oh yeah. My vote is for Harlequins. I think that maybe just Night Titans, a Night Army.
Sisters have some of the best models and vehicles. Just some of the face sculpts are bad. Exactly. I think the models, especially since the refresh a few years ago, everything's been gorgeous. Yeah, but just the faces they seem to struggle with.
All right, when we go back to our faces, we're going to this representation of sister faces face. Let's see if
And while he,
sisters of battle face. I
while he,
think that would be definitely a competition.
oh for sure. While he's putting his answer
So,
in the chat, we're gonna take a look at the murder wing. Oh wait, no, you said look at the sensor.
what one? Yeah, I think it's a dude. I think there's a dude that infiltrated the sisters of battle. Go one more right there. That's a dude. No, went too far. It's a sensor.
Yeah.
That's a dude. That is definitely a dude.
Really? I don't
There's
think so.
no way that's
I don't.
what?
I felt of all the faces, that one actually looked the most
They're
feminine.
looking like Tyrone. Heck yeah, man. That's my man. I'm gonna paint him up in a face. He is the man, the man. He looks like he would do really well in a D&D campaign. Like he would be a character. dark paladin of you name it.
That'd be cool.
Heck yeah, man.
Or
Badass. I want to paint that miniature.
or a cleric using that as their mace, or maul. That'd be cool.
Oh, imagine getting bonked on the head with that thing.
Yeah.
Purity seal's still intact. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. The rest of the sisters look the same. Just wearing their underwear on their helmet upside down. Just saying. I think I lost you. Are you still there?
Yep, I was just reading that comment. Someone says your mom is
beautiful.
beautiful. Is that my man Robert? The other
mom
Robert.
Is beautiful.
Yeah. If so, let me know. Is Rob's audio cutting out every now and then? It does seem like it cuts out a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's the stream health. It keeps on cutting out. Yeah, I see you blur out, and I can't hear you. Just might be good.
Huh.
Might upgrade my internet here, and I should be hosting as well.
Interesting.
Upload speed or something. There's a tester out there. Just wait
the other Robert, just wait till you hear my real name. Oh yeah, well I've heard one of my favorite Twitch streamers call that name out, Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor. Has anyone ever done an ugly painting event where people have outrageous, loud, flamboyant, or otherwise strange and creative color schemes on a unit? That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Best.
I mean, that's just for me. That's just called
nonsense.
That's my normal MO.
Okay. Stream health. It says my stream quality is good. I don't know what's up, but I don't see any notifications.
Sometimes it spikes and it becomes red.
We'll keep that up.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to have good, especially if you're not plugged. So tell me what your favorite chaos is, and tell me why you think it's the Cursed Club.
Well, let's take a look at all of them. We got the champion. Of course, the chaos with the orange plasma just look cool. I like this guy with the glaive jumping down. That's very cool. What's this? He's the Huntsmaster.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely. He looks definitely.
We got the Shrieker.
Yeah.
The mouth on the Shrieker looks very, noise marine-y. Very interesting.
Yeah.
The Sky Seer with the Melta. That's pretty cool. But
looks like a noise marine.
But why didn't
the Shrieker looks like a noise marine?
But why didn't anybody drill out that Melta?
What?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Dang, GW falling off there. Come on now.
I'm not one of those people that will go comment on random people's YouTube's videos like, why didn't you drill out your barrels? Because I don't feel like everyone has to, but I feel like
this is
the GW official box art. Why doesn't the Melta gun have the barrel drilled out?
Yeah.
Because, where my brain always goes is, like, if people don't want to, it's their choice in their hobby, that's fine. Hobby your way, enjoy it. But, like, on the box art here, it's like, but where'd the bullet go? Where'd the bullet go?
It's just a simple little thing you can do. Not insanely difficult. Did it reverse? It's not difficult. It's a couple turns so easily, and it looks so much more like that. You could try it. That's all I have. Now, I like on the Night Lords that they have. That is so epic, especially as a raptor coming down.
Oh yeah, those toe claws are really cool. What's really interesting is sometimes I wish the Space Wolf models had that, because in the Ragnar novel, there's a couple of times where he deploys the claws to kick somebody, and I'm just like, that sounds pimp. you know. And then I see these, and it just makes me think of those
Yeah.
novels.
Yeah, and you see it on the character. He has it on the model, I believe. Spike claws.
Oh yeah.
If he doesn't have it on this model, he had it on. He had it on the old one.
You're,
This is my second. Oh wait, the Praetor, the one before it with the beaky.
uh-huh.
That's my second favorite
He's
model
very
right
cool
there.
looking. I like that executioner style axe.
Deep Praetor, the one that that dude. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. That dude looks awesome. He's my second favorite. And the Curse Claw looks really derpy there. It looks really derpy. I'm sorry. He looked cool all until positioned like this. That's the Curse Claw, not this guy. This guy's great.
Yeah,
there it is.
I really liked the Curse Claw from the other angle, but this one looks a little bit like he's slipping a little bit, like, or he's doing that thing.
It is a terrible angle, and here's the thing: if I ever bought this model, I'll only put it in this angle.
You put it in this angle on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than that, like, I really like it because I wouldn't paint it the flesh colors. I would probably paint it in like a red, a red colored kind of symbiote kind of painting job, like Carnage, or maybe like
the black and red.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Or maybe like how on some like the obliterators and stuff like that, you've got like that reddish purple kind of flesh, That seems like it could be kind of partially flesh, partially symbiote. But I would definitely go with some symbiote colors with all this. It just seems like it fits. And because I like the symbiote characters in Marvel. Oh, okay. So one of the big questions about this kit, because ostensibly this will probably not only be a kill team, but will probably replace the current Raptor kit. But a lot of people were worrying that warp talons may not come in the kit like the old kit, and they might lose a data sheet. But it does look like
they're there.
But is it going to be one model can be a Raptor or warp talon, or is this going to be? Are you still going to be able to do like the last one and be able to do a whole kit? That's going to be interesting because a lot of people were worried about this data sheet going away.
Yeah.
What if it turns out one of your Raptors can upgrade to a warp talon? Yeah, that would be kind of crazy.
That would be awesome.
And then, of course,
the last one there is my favorite model. He just low back.
He is very pimp looking. Is that the one that they released in the army box not too long ago?
Yes, big old.
That is a cool model. I'm surprised they put one of the army box exclusives in a kill team box.
Oh yeah, they switch it up so they sell it more. Sort of like selling scouts at $80 a, and it's the only box that's worth that because people want. They know it, price it heavily. It's literally price gouging.
Kalen Veer says it's not the same one. Interesting. Oh, so Kalen Veer says it's not the same one. Gamesburger says he's mutated. Give him a break. I wonder if that's in the drilled barrel in response to the drilled barrel. Like, but where did Bully go? The 40k Army friendly neighborhood Wizard doesn't want is the AdMech.
Oh yeah, that is a. If you know how to do cloaks, how to do transition on silk cloth, then it should be okay to. There's a lot of Gribblies. There's a ton of Gribblies. Get locked in. Yeah. I think they're a cool army that'll. So I'll let Mythos handle that. That's one of his armies.
It is one of my armies. I haven't played it in forever, but it is one of my armies.
Yeah. I remember when you started it.
That is real OG.
Well, at least when you announced that you started. The Descent kill zones are cool.
Oh, yeah.
more build, more terrain. But ever since I've gotten through this stuff doesn't excite me as much. A lot of fancy coins. You have the Shadow Hunt. You have the Tomb World. What's gonna happen? Interesting. I think Night Lords might. Man, if they do Night Lords for 11th edition, I don't know. I might have to go in on that too. Because I love the Night Lord. I don't know. I think they're cool. I wish they had their prime cloned or something.
I don't know. It's
the aesthetic. I think they're the weakest Chaos Army to play.
See, oh yeah, they do have.
Oh, I got your objective control.
Yeah, they do have the.
I scared you. I got your objective control.
They do have the worst detachment, but the cool thing is kind of like Space Marines. You can play the Night Lords as any detachment in the Chaos book. I don't know if they'll get their own army in 11th because they're almost like they're one of those Codex Chaos Space Marine chapters, just like one of the vanilla chapters from. Space Marines, so I think because they're both part of that standard core book.
And then there's the Word Bearers in it. Those are also categorized.
Yeah, exactly. Those are like your
ancillary chapters.
Yeah, those are like your non-codex chapters for Space Marines. Your wolves, your angels, your Death Watch. So, guys, let us know which if any, of these kill teams or models that you are interested in.
Well, what's your favorite Chaos faction?
My Chaos. Yeah. You say my favorite Chaos faction?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard for me because T-Sons, Death Guard, I have the regular. About Dark Crusade. What is his? What is the black ones?
Black Legion.
Chaos, I guess. Black Legion. That's it. Black Legion. Yeah. So I have them too. Very significant. Some. Yeah, I have Zinj. No Slanesh. I have a Keeper of Secrets only because I play demons too. I mean, I don't play it, but I have. I need to paint something. I always need to paint.
I don't have a favorite Chaos because I in general just don't enjoy playing bad guy characters. Like, I love the look of the Alpha Legion.
I know,
but I find their lore boring.
Oh yeah.
I love.
I mean,
I've started enjoying. I've started enjoying the look of Iron Warriors after that one channel really went full industrial with his army. So maybe they'd be my favorite Chaos faction now. I can relate to World Eaters, but I think
Hazard Stripes, baby.
Yeah, Hazard Stripes would be the challenge there. But that could be my opportunity to see if I've gotten any better with
Angry Ron.
with using tape on my miniatures. T-Sons are my favorite Chaos Legion, followed by Night Lords and Word Bearers. That's cool. What is your favorite and why is it Death Guard? Says Games
Nice.
It's funny because I'm a bougie guy and I don't like gross stuff.
I love that's mine.
And so I probably
might be my largest Chaos faction.
I don't know. I'm too vain for the grossness of Death Guard. So I couldn't do it. I
don't know. You don't want to paint a Zid or pustules or rotting. Great.
Yeah.
Bruised skin.
I feel like
purpley.
I feel like you gotta like watching stuff like Dr. Pimple Popper to like Death Guard, and that's just not me.
I like to.
and that's fine.
Watch those videos.
That's absolutely fine.
That's horrible. I can't stop watching. That's disgusting. I have to see what happens next. Is that a cyst? Is that an abscess? What's going on? All All right. Anyway,
I don't like grossness.
but yeah,
Oh,
no,
so
I
you
bet.
collect the wolves, the Space Marines who probably think bathing is optional? That's not true. We
I
bathe in
mean,
the blood of our enemies, and occasionally a strawberry
remember,
yoo-hoo.
I have to have a lot of options because I'm painting too.
It's true. It's true. I don't have any excuses. I just have a lot of armies.
Yeah. Well, you don't have enough time, and when you do have time to spend it,
They are a natural enemy of my homebrew chapter who holds several agri worlds, and that makes sense. That is actually having a an adversary army in your own collection is actually really neat. Just like for Rob's wolves, he has Tau for his natural adversary, played by his lovely
yep.
lady.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's my currently biggest painted army. The Space Wolves is still.
My one enemy army is my orc army. I got a big wah, if you know what I mean.
Nice. Is it the Wa and the Imperial Guard? Just for a
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That is definitely like when I'm teaching. Actually, maybe less than my Imperial Guard. What I often do for a learner game of like two relatively straightforward armies to put against each other. If when I'm teaching people how to play, if I'm using like all my models, is I'll put like orcs and admech because as a shooting army,
okay.
you can just basically use the data sheets. You don't really have to reference any abilities or anything a whole lot.
Good old Atlantic.
And orcs, they have a singular play style most of the time, especially if you're pretty new. It's just you want to move forward, you want to hit stuff. So uh,
I don't know if I'm saying this right, but do you use a lot of that tripod or something?
say that again.
Radmech?
What for admech?
Oh, do you use the range? Hmm?
I was just saying one more time.
No, do you use the range? You use the range. I believe the name is Transatlantic.
Oh, the arquebus. Yes, yes, the transuronic
Those things
arquebus,
are
the
cool.
sniper rifle. Yeah, those are cool. I remember.
Transatlantic. I say transatlantic.
Yeah, I was about to say. I remember on the show you and Shameless used to say transatlantic arquebus.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That stuck with me. It'd be wild to do a show with.
Darklight says, "God, we are so twins." I too thought to myself, and occasionally a strawberry yoo-hoo. Lily actually said it before I did. We were all kind of on the same wavelength there.
Strawberry Yoo-hoo.
Oh, it's a red versus blue reference. Um, the
Oh,
it's the doc shows up and he's checking everybody out, and he tells one of the people, just do this, do this and drink some water. Oh, we ran out of water a long time ago. And he's like, what do you drink? And the Sarge hops up going, I only drink the blood of my enemies. And occasionally a strawberry yoo-hoo. And so a minute ago, when I said I only bathe in the blood of my enemies, it just naturally popped in my head and apparently popped in Lily's and Darklight's head as well, and occasionally a strawberry
oh
yoo-hoo.
my God.
I love red versus blue. My old
Mm.
Space Marine chapters, the Knights Draconis, were adversaries with my Necrons, but I haven't done anything like that with my own army since. I plan on collecting bad moods one day, and I'll have them be my Heralds of Armageddon's adversaries one day. It's very nice.
In AOS news, really quickly, that got released. which is I have a sprue. Night Hunt. Underworld. So that might be a thing. Oh, they're pretty easy to pitch. Or
let me check the stream health again because you cut out pretty badly on that one.
no. Oh, okay.
No, it still says good. I don't know. I'm sorry, you were saying for Underworlds, you're gonna have to.
I'm not getting it. Spikes. Oh, I'm gonna have to paint some Night Haunt.
Nice.
Because I have quite a large army on sprue, and my wife really likes the Underworlds, the Thorns of the Briar Queen, that group.
That's gonna be really cool.
I think they're easy to paint up, so. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a speed slap too, because those super. I love that. I can bang out an arm. And sometimes after a long, tedious, need another bang out. It's a horde army. Nobody's gonna notice. Pieces, bases, and banners. So anyway, especially when you have a horde of minis.
You can't paint with shortcuts, just focusing on faces, bases, and banners. You know you are going to paint an immaculate paint job on whatever you touch.
You're right. I mean, I guess I try. I often messed up, but definitely.
Oh, I've never seen a single miniature you've touched come out less than immaculate, my friend. Direwolf, sorry I'm late to the party. You are never late, my friend. I didn't see it, so it doesn't count.
Hey, Direwolf.
What do you drink? Oh, you know.
Oh, the first miniature.
Ketchup, gravy. Exactly.
Blood of my enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
Strawberry milk.
All right. I am excited to see your Night Hunt. I always thought if I ever did do Night Hunt, Dana Howell has this really cool. It's not really synthwave because it also has a lot of warm colors in it too, like yellows and oranges. It's like a brighter synthwave. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's not coming to me. But anyways, but Dana Howell has a really
pastel.
Yeah, it's definitely in a pastel kind of color, but it goes from like, it's like a yellow, like a yellowy flesh tone to, like an ochre into orange into pink into purple kind of scheme that she has on hers, and it's just like all of those flowing cloaks are in that kind of transition of those pastel colors, and it just looks so cool. So it's just definitely like if you took a synthwave palette and just warmed it up a lot with the orange yellow spectrum. So I thought those were pretty neat. You know what? I'll have to keep those in mind for next week. Dana Howell and Rogue Hobbies. Mark that down before I forget. Boop.
GW also did a really creating an article who work for. That's fun. So you have the pros and cons. The Mortar, the leader of the Flesh Eater Courts, my wife's army, which I have and I need to paint. It's just a huge model. It says pros, great food, because they're cannibals. Clear path for advancement to become a knight and a bigger goal. The cons, rich hierarchy, lax office hygiene, nagging feeling that something definitely. It's so fun. And they have all the Mortar at the end. Kratos, which I have too, and Neferata, Manfred, and Bencar. These are all the leaders for all the armies that I have. I have more AOS 40k stuff. It's insane because I always use the justification. Like, can you D&D?
I mean, that's fair.
Use it in D&D. Yeah. So my AOS collections.
Oh.
Yes, faction.
Catacross, Monarch of the Necropolis.
It's like saying I like Space Marine. Similar.
Fair. Pro strength, motivation, self-respect, clear KPIs. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm at work again. Cons, endless group projects, and you may be seconded to the hindquarters of a horse.
There it is. That can happen. You can mold your bones.
Lady Olander, the Monarch of Grief. She is a cool looking model. I really like her model.
Yeah, I'm gonna do see-through.
Would be a really cool vibe. I don't think I've seen anyone do, but I've always thought would look good on her. Like a La Llorona vibe.
Oh no. Heck yeah. That's a great idea. I'm going to steal that. Yes.
That would be really cool.
I actually have. I did a Malifaux. There's a Malifaux Day crew that I had to get in paint. My wife. I wanted to use because we play Malifaux every now and then.
Oh.
But yeah, it is gorgeous.
I think
Day of the Dead one.
I gotta see if I still have it or if I gave it away.
You have it?
But no, not that particular one. There was what's it called? There's a, oh my gosh, what is the name of that company? It's oh my gosh, like the
Heroes that
Raging Heroes. There's a Raging Heroes.
Raging Heroes?
Yeah, I bought one of their.
I read your mind. See that?
I bought one of their special limited edition miniatures, and they came with a free Day of the Dead. Their Day of the Dead miniature. I'm like, that's cool, but it's probably not something I'm ever going to use. If I find it, I don't know if I gave it away in my last giveaway or if I still have it. If I still have it, though, I'll send that your way. That'd be cool.
All right, I want to try that. I want to try a challenge here. Put our fingers together.
Oh wait. Let me switch it back over.
Like the Dragon Ball Z.
Wrong side. Well, I guess
it's stuff to do. No, the other way.
I don't know if you look at the. Wait.
Oh, the other way. Yeah. Oh, is it? No, wait. Is it like this? Oh, I think I'm reversed.
Oh. Yeah, I think we're both reversed is what it is.
Oh, stream went out.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm going to come back and we're going to... You broke the stream by combining.
Oh, we got some Space Wolf questions.
Is your stream health healthy?
It still says we're in good condition. I don't know what's up with that.
That's weird.
Yeah, your stream quality is good. No performance.
Now it's thinking. I'm looking at the YouTube. Oh, there it is.
We are so.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Broke the stream. I've broken the stream. That's all right. I'll start reading some of the comments here.
The only thing is, I don't know if anyone can hear us.
AOS, Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor.
Okay.
AOS, collection of Seraph. Yeah, I do. Well, I have a Force of Seraphon, which I love. I'm a dinosaur kid who never quite grew up, so Aztec lizardmen writing about as cool as possible to be. Yes, absolutely. I love my Seraphon. Crazy with the color scheme. It is a blue with a magenta, but I learned earring um, based on doing those lizard Seraph. Robert Evans says, Superfly checking in. What's up, Super? How's my
Superfly.
pigment pals? Pigment pushers are doing well.
It is so good to see you, Superfly, my friend.
Absolutely. Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor says, well, it's late for me. I gotta go.
Later, brother. So good to see you.
Mm-hmm. Direwolf says, I'm new into Space Wolves. Any suggestions? Oh, has been open. If you can get the army box, that's a good start. That's my thing. You're gonna want Bjorn auto increment. Bjorn has always been an auto.
Bjorn is really good, although I don't know.
I would say, and you're gonna chime in.
I'm not sure. I would can
Ragnar Blackmane.
Ragnar definitely. I feel like is auto include. I'm not sure. Ragnar is good for a person brand new and getting in. I'm going to dispute that a little bit, just because he is on the older style dreadnought body, and the Castafaran bodied dreadnoughts are getting phased out at some point. And so we don't know if Bjorn, at least in this version, is going to make it into the next edition. So I would maybe, even though he's very good on the tabletop, I would maybe hold off on a Bjorn.
He is very good.
He is like super good though.
Yeah.
So I guess it really comes down to if you are worried about long-term investing into this model, that I would not go for Bjorn. If you are okay playing him for the rest of the edition and being okay, see how he goes into 11th edition and taking that gamble, he's a very, he's like auto include good because you get rewarded with your command points. He has got a beast mode worth of melee damage. He can do some good damage with his Hellfrost laser, and so you can definitely add some chip damage, but you don't want to put him out in front where he can just get shot to death early in the game because you'll lose the command point advantage. But he's so good for hanging back, protecting your units on the back line, chipping in some damage where he can, and a good counter charge threat if any melee or if any units get too close to your back line. He can just charge in with that True Claw and just swipe them all down. He's very good.
Oh yeah, that True Claw is lethal, and you're running with the Frost cannon.
Yeah, I use the Hellfrost cannon on my.
I use the Gatling.
The Gatling's good. It is a good anti.
I think it's more lore accurate.
It is very iconic as far as like a lot of the artworks, and it's good for anti-horde. I just feel like I don't know. I guess my favorite way to play the old Bjorn was with the las cannon options, because it added such reliable anti.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the best weapon.
But since you can't do las cannons anymore, I feel like the Hellfrost is like my Space Wolf equivalent. So that's just a personal flavor for me, because the Hellfrost now being only like Strength 9 is not a reliable anti-tank. But it kind of fills the same role. It's very good for light vehicles and elite infantry, though. What I am going to recommend from a non Space Wolf point of view, because you share the codex with regular Space Marines. Whatever you decide to run for your Space Wolf part, I would highly recommend adding a couple of ranged anti-tank options to give your wolves some covering fire as they move up the board. My favorites to run is the Repulsor Executioner. Gladiator Lancers also do the same job for a lot cheaper. So, Lancers are also very good. But getting some good anti-tank in will definitely be a big asset. Or if you prefer dreadnoughts, the ballistas dreadnought with, you know, two Godhammer las cannon shots plus missiles, and you're getting twin link. They're very very
Yeah,
good for
definitely.
anti-tank. So definitely look at giving yourself some covering fire, because that was a big mistake I made when I first got into Space Wolves. I was like, yeah, Space Wolves, we want to charge the target, and like I would just keep getting shot to death on my way to combat. And so covering fire turns out is a
Hmm.
really really good thing to have for your wolves. Rob, I'll let you take on the next Space Wolf tip.
Oh, okay. This is how you lose. I'm kidding. I like to do things, put things in reserve, and put them in the board, grabbing secondary, primary objectives. Um, so something to cover your backfield. I would have gray wolves. Is it gray wolves? I'm sorry.
The Benrisian
I would
wolf,
have
Grey Hunters.
gray hunters. Sorry,
It's
gray
okay.
hunters. I got gray hunters in the backfield, and I'll definitely, for anybody putting anybody, also to get objective in your home field, you can do work. Having the blood claws, but have it to get them into the thick of battle. If not, you're gonna get. Which to me, if I'm gonna bring
Another
mow me down on one, I'm still. But yeah, but there are insane builds out. Speed builds, which are as effective, but I mean, you can still get Thunderwolf away. We don't. You want ability, and I guess if you want to keep time, know what for the land, and that might plate in a space than you. But you can run them if you wanted to grab it. I always do Bjorn, and I like Ragnar Black Blood Claws. That's one of my favorite to throw at the enemy because there's nothing like having those dice just keep rolling at you. Just keeps coming. Um, but yeah, but anti tank is a great solid choice. We no longer have long, which is sad. We definitely need long back. Brother Mathos, are you still there?
Yes, I'm trying to see if I can improve the stream
Oh,
performance by blanking out my camera. So I'm listening.
oh,
I figure the camera just being one
yeah.
less thing to transmit.
And here's what Wolf Priests, running Wolf Priests are super important. But for me, when I build a list, it's not competitive at all, like not even close. My thing is to rule of cool. Oh, that looks cool. Going in my list. This thing does a lot of damage. That's cool. It's going in my list. Now, how I run them, I don't know. I just have some fun. I'm imagining wolves going through Seracrete buildings and going through the window, hopping. That's just cool. Like my heroes in the book. But my advice for running, I like Bjorn because I've always included him. Um, so that's my advice on space. If you can get the army box, start. You want to have a list of blood claws, you have some objectives, and you.
Yeah,
As far as shooting, I miss the long fangs.
I missed long
There's the
things too.
equivalent ones, the one with the yeah. There's the one with the Nerf guns. I don't know.
Oh,
They have
but those are so heavy
um
points wise. They haven't been good in so long. Um,
yeah, but I
it,
have some and I want to I think they're all gonna go into my
very nice, very nice.
maybe a card on.
Thank you. I
But yeah,
appreciate the help.
yeah, for me it's been the really cool.
You are
Hmm.
welcome. Oh, you also asked
Oh,
what
yeah,
saga do we
sure.
like? You're welcome. My favorite saga is Saga of the Beast Slayer, because in
Yeah.
previous editions, Space Wolf's melee was so good that they used to be able to beat up monsters and vehicles with their melee. But 10th edition
Oh yeah.
makes it harder to damage vehicles and monsters with infantry. Saga of the Beast Slayer, though, gives us lethal hits against vehicles and infantry, which means more hits getting through
Oh, no.
to those vehicles and monsters, and more likely that we are going to make lay some serious melee damage down on them. So I really like Saga the Beast Slayer. It feels very thematic to, like the stories of, like where some of the people like Barrack Thunderfist is just cleaving through tanks, in melee, and it's just like, yes, that feels right. Does it does it make sense to
Yeah.
some people that you can just punch through a tank? Maybe not, but I think it's super cool. Um, Another tip
Yeah.
that's been working for Space Wolves at events lately is Ragnar with a group of a full 20 blob of blood claws. Because if they're all getting lethal hits
Oh yeah.
on those vehicles,
Hmm.
monsters, and characters, that means even your dudes with chain swords can just be stripping away health points from tanks, character units. Yeah, I mean, just
Oh
about
yeah.
anything.
Anything. Yeah.
So, I think it's a good. I
Oh,
think it's a
I
great
love that
saga.
book.
Saga of the Beast Slayer. I'm also experimenting, and I can't tell you
Ah,
this is a good move because I haven't tried it yet. But I have a drop pod, and I want to experiment with putting Ragnar and just 10 Blood Claws, because it can transport 12 models, I think. Putting Ragnar and 10 Blood Claws into a drop pod, dropping it down on like a mid table objective.
makes sense.
I
Lore
think it'd be
wise.
cool. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ragnar loves the drop
I
pod
mean, that's
assault.
Ragnar's. Yeah, it's his style. Yeah, it's his style.
So,
I have two of the new drop pods that
very
everybody
cool.
hates. Well, I bought a box, which two of them.
So far, most people I talk to like the new ones because the old ones were such a nightmare to build. I struggled with the old ones.
Yeah, people for
Yeah,
especially the board smaller. I have to shout out Robert Evans, who still has the undying for the Tau M. Did mention that. I don't want to go by.
one day he'll come back to us Space Marines though with his iron hands.
Sure. Sure. I have a lot of Iron Hand stuff. I don't know if I'm. Uh,
You gonna get?
Robert, contact me. Well, I ordered them. It's from the Iron Hands. Lots. I even have the upgrade spruce decals. So reach out to me.
Direwolf says the drop pod needs a separate case to carry. That is the downside to the new ones because they don't fold up for easy carrying anymore. They're
Yeah,
always deployed. They're always that great
yeah.
big flower shape.
Transporting is tough on that.
Yeah, I like the practicality of the old ones. I just hated putting them together. Now, before when you had the options of dropping the doors or not, some people, because of the hassle of putting the old ones together, some people modeled theirs and glued the doors closed. It's just so they were like, it's easier to transport and store them this way, and I don't have to do the fiddly, does it all fit together of the doors up and down, and so some people to make the hobby part easier modeled it closed, but now it's like rules wise it's always open. I wonder if they have to, if they're trying to break that glue open, or if they're just buying new ones. I wonder what people are doing with those old drop pods. Could possibly be some hobby rescues out there.
Yeah, I can see it as like a piece of a terrain. It's half.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I bet some people are using it for terrain now. Well, brother, I think. Oh, go ahead.
I think you went out on me.
Oh, I was just saying. I
You
think
still there?
our signal seems to be really struggling tonight. So it's probably a good point to go ahead and call it. But man, we had a lot of great people in the chat tonight.
All right, brother. Oh yeah, it was very fun. Cool peeps over here at Wolfbrother Hobbies. What you see,
A big.
right up a chain.
Oh yes. If you guys liked tonight's video, make sure that you grab up a chainsaw or an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below. Let us feel free to take part of any of tonight's ridiculous conversations. If you guys are not yet subscribed to my brother, the TMP, if you're not yet subscribed to this guy or any of our friends down in the link tree below, the Friends of Wolfbrother Hobbies, and we'd love to have you as part of the pack here at Wolfbrother Hobbies. So subscribe. Until next time, guys, thanks for joining us, and stay frosty.
Hey, Frosty.